Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. I'm Santoshi Reddy. Today I'm going to talk about a visa that is coming out in November 2022 to migrate permanently to Australia in regional areas. So this may help for those people who are living in the regional Australia already, and for those international students who are living and studying in Australia, and for those students who are planning to study in Australia. So this, especially the third category, this may help you to plan ahead even before you come to Australia. So why late? Let's get back into the topic. As you are aware, Australian government is in need of skilled professionals. So the government is taking number of initiatives to strengthen the economy, especially by boosting the regional areas of Australia. So as part of this initiative, the government has come up with a new visa. Before talking about this visa, I'm going to talk about, because I was focusing more on the international students. So I'll give a bit of background how many number of international students after they come here, their priorities may change. So what I mean by this is, when I came to Australia as an international student, I didn't know about permanent migration. So I was just thinking in my mind that I just come here for study and go back to my country and pursue my career. But after coming here, I realized there is an option for me to migrate permanently to Australia. And if I work a bit harder, then I would be eligible for that, and I can get that visa. But I had to really work hard towards it. So the permanent residency visas are offered based on the point system. So what are these points? These points are offered based on number of factors. For example, on the age and your English exam or community languages. In Australia, there are a number of community languages that are accepted. So if you go into the immigration website, type community languages accepted in Australia, so you get the community languages. If you have a proficiency in those languages, you get certain points. And in the similar fashion, if you have a qualification, or if you in Australia, then you get certain points. And if you study in regional Australia, you get certain extra points. So these are number of factors that contribute to the points system for permanent migration. So the more points you have, the more chances that you get a permanent residency visa. So let's look at what are the advantages studying in metro cities. So the first advantage would be part-time jobs. Yes, there might be a number of part-time jobs available in the metro cities, such as working in restaurants, fast food restaurants, or it could be dine-in restaurants, or you can work as an Uber driver, or you can work as a delivery drivers. There are a number of opportunities. So the employers are more comparatively to regional Australia. So regional Australia may not have as many employers as in the metro cities. When it comes to the regional areas, there is another benefit that I have seen. I've been blogging for the last 5 years, and as part of this blogging, I post internships and summer programs to international students. And I faced a lot of difficulty finding the right opportunities when I was an international student. Not due to lack of skills or experience, but because of lack of guidance. So I thought, okay, I'll blog about the internship summer programs, post those ones for those international students who are seriously looking for them. So when I look at the summer programs and internship programs, I look at those programs that do not require a permanent residence or the Australian citizens, or they're not really particular about this citizenship or visa status. So when I look at those positions, I see the regional Australia is not really particular about the visa status, as long as they have. So for example, the candidate has working rights. That's what they all ask for. But when it comes to the metropolitan cities, I see number of companies, out of 100, 99% of the companies look for people who has Australian residence visa or a permanent resident visa or Australian citizenship. Of course, because they give preference to the local candidates. So whereas in the regional Australia, because not much competition from the regional or from the local candidates, so that's why the regional employers are not particular about Australian citizens or Australian permanent residents. So that is another reason why there are number of opportunities in terms of like internships and summer programs are available for number of occupations. So these are the some of the advantages studying in regional areas. The only disadvantage is it's very quiet. If you are a sort of a lifestyle that you want, like in a busy lifestyle, then the metro cities have that sort of lifestyle, whereas the quieter and regional sort of quiet lifestyle, so that's where the regional Australia is all about. So it's very quiet, because one of my family friends live out in the regional area. Their life is so simple. So this is the advantage. So what happens is, for international students, if you study in Australia in a regional area, so you get 5 extra points for your permanent residency. So that's really good, isn't it? And on top of it, the Australian government has also taken an initiative that if you study in a tier 2 places, so areas such as, I have shared the list of cities that comes under tier 2. So what happens is, usually, let's go back into the metro cities. If you study in metro cities, as soon as you finish your studies, you get 2 years of post-study work visa. But in the case of regional Australia, if you study in tier 2 cities, so such as Perth, Gold Coast, Sunshine Coast, Wollongong, Illawarra, there are a number of places. If you study in those areas, you get another extra additional year of post-study work visa. So that means you get 3 years of post-study work visa. So that means you can live in Australia after you complete your studies for 3 years. And then if you study in tier 3 areas, so there's some postcodes that comes under tier 3 areas. So if you study in those areas, then you get another extra additional year of post-study work visa. So that means 4 years work visa. So how good is that? So you can work in that areas for 4 years after your studies. Once you finish that post-study work visa, that's where this new visa is coming up. So which is called visa 191. So what this visa is doing now, it was asking you to live in regional Australia for 3 years, and also you have been working and earned at least $18,000 or $18,500 a year. So you pay tax. So as a taxable income, so you have a taxable income of $18,500 or $19,000. So as per some of the websites, it said $53,900 for 3 years. So when I do that for every year, it says $18,000. So if you have that sort of income on every year basis, or $53,900 for 3 years, then you are eligible to apply for this permanent migration. So this visa is all about that. And you don't need a sponsor. Usually in earlier cases of this type of visas, you need either an employer sponsor or you need a territory or state sponsorship. So state has to say, yes, I need this guy who has got skill set that the state needs. But now it's not required. It's a self-sponsored. So you can just apply as long as you have these requirements. So how good is that? So if you plan very well as an international student, then this is a very good opportunity, especially for those prospective international students who wants to really study in regional area and who has a dream of migrating permanently to Australia after finishing the studies. This is I think the best visa for you to go for. because Australia is looking for people to live and work in the regional areas. And if you are already an international student who have been in Australia, then there are a number of other options available for you. So there are employer sponsored work visas available that you can apply for them. And if not, then you can go back onto your student visa, study in the regional areas and start your journey again. So that is another option available. So this is sort of the options that are available for international students who can plan ahead and migrate with a smooth transition from a student visa to a permanent resident. And after you receive your permanent residency, I'm not quite sure whether it asks you to stay in the regional area or you can move around, because at this stage not much details have been provided about this visa except these two criteria, such as that you should be living in regional Australia for 3 years and having an income of 53,900 for 3 years. So this is all about this new visa coming up, and this visa is not into effect yet. It is going to be in November 2022. So hope you like this video, and I'll come back with you another topic. Until then, bye. Thank you. Hope you like this video. This visa is not in effect yet. It is going to be in effect from November 2022, and keep an eye on the immigration website for more updates. Hope you find this information useful. If you like it, please share and subscribe to my channel. And if you are looking for internships or summer programs, you can visit my blog unichamps.org, and I post jobs for international students who are really looking forward to make their life in a professional environment. Hope you like this video. If you like it, please share and subscribe to my channel. I'll get back to you with another topic. Until then, bye. Thank you.